Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to take a look at the drivetrain under the Tundra back there, because I did one recently. If you guys haven't seen it, you got to check it out, as to how much the drivetrain, specifically the drive shaft or the axle at the differential, moves. And the Tacoma up there has a lift on it. The Tundra does not. So I kind of wanted to compare a stock drivetrain, even though it's on the Tundra, as compared to the Tacoma with the lift. So what we're going to do, I'm going to run the same course as what I ran before with the Tacoma in the Tundra, and see how that drivetrain reacts. Specifically, the point where the drive shaft goes into the universal, or the differential rather. See if we get all that bouncing around like we did in the Tacoma up there. I mean, if you saw that video, and you got to check it out, it was crazy, at least for me. I've never put a camera under anything before looking at that assembly. And so I didn't really know what to expect. Is it normal? Is it not normal? Well, hopefully this video is going to answer that once and for all. Is it normal for that assembly to bounce around all over the place like it does in the Tacoma with a lift? And my whole question in doing that video on the Tacoma was because I lifted it, did it change everything under there and make it less stable? So anyway, we're going to run out. I'm going to show you what this is like. We got the camera under there. Let me show you real quick where the camera is so you'll know what we're looking at, and then we'll take off. The camera is right here, you guys can see, and it's looking at this assembly point here, which is the differential and where the drive shaft enters the differential, to see how much that actually moves around. All right, so that's it. We're going to find out. I'll be narrating the video a little bit since I can't be on the video and underneath the truck at the same time. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We're in the garage. We're going to start it up and back out. Wanted to show you guys a start, and then just what it looks like normally backing out of the garage. You can see a little bit of movement there, but nothing major. Everything's normal, I think. And again, I do expect some movement out of this. It's not like it's fixed. Now we're taking off out of the driveway, and the picture is going to lighten up a little bit, so you'll be able to see a little bit better. But obviously you can see more movement there as more torque is applied, you know, as we go forward and really put some speed into it, if you will. This part is going to be driving through a subdivision up to about 30 miles an hour. And in a minute we're going to pull out of the subdivision and probably get onto a road that's a little bit rougher, I guess. So you're going to see a little bit more bouncing around and stuff of that whole assembly there. I will say, so far I'm noticing it is smoother than what the Tacoma is. It doesn't move around as severely. Now we're going to take off onto a little bit higher speed road. I think where we were was about 25 actually. This is going to be a 30 mile an hour road. You can see it moving around a little bit more there as we get out onto a bumpier road and a little bit higher speed. We are going to take it out onto a 55 mile an hour road, and I do have a couple of severe stop and start tests coming up here in a minute, where we decelerate rather quickly, not enough to slide the tires or anything, but enough to really put some pressure on it. Here, let's see, we're taking off around a corner. Again, still in a bumpier subdivision. You can see it bouncing around there. Again, not as severe, I don't believe, as what the Tacoma did, but you certainly can see it moving. Again, I think everything is quite normal there, and I will say, I do expect this to be kind of the baseline for me. All right, here we're gonna take off a little bit, and I think we're going to come to a more severe stop there. You guys can see it now. I believe this is a little bit of a speed run there, where we got up to, I believe, 0 to 60 is what we did there.
And then we're going to pull up and stop. And you can see a jump there. We're going to turn onto a 55-mile-an-hour road and bring it up to speed. There will be some bumps and things along the way here. We're going to go over a bridge. You'll probably hear it in the tires right there, where it's going to be a bit bumpier. And then in a second, there was a bump at the lip of the bridge. And then we're going to turn around, and you'll see, I think right here, yes, a hard stop here as we pulled off the road, and now we're doing a U-ey in the middle of the road. Hopefully it went well. It looks like it did. And now we're going to get on it a bit and speed up. One thing you notice is that it doesn't pitch up as much as the Tacoma does. But it does pitch down rather severely, but still not as much as what the Tacoma did. The Tacoma would really shoot up right there. At that point, the Tacoma really went up pretty high in the air, or underneath in the tunnel there. This is just another kind of a speed run along the road, getting up to 55-mile-an-hour limit, and a bit of a stop, and then we're going to take off again. This is more of a normal takeoff, not really jumping on it. You can see really not a whole lot of movement there. And then I wanted to show you just a little bit of normal cruising at speed along the road there, just normal bumps and stuff, just to kind of show how that whole assembly there functions on a normal road, if you will. Nothing severe. And then we're going to have coming up here another hard acceleration and hard stop. This is just along the bumpy road, I guess. And we should be hitting a stop here pretty quick. Be able to see what it looks like again from that perspective. But right there, it wasn't too severe. You do see a pitch up a little bit there on takeoff, and of course down at braking. Now we're going to just drive on a road that's got a lot of bumps and stuff in it. So you get to see everything flexing back there. And again, I think everything on here is normal. I mean, I didn't shoot this video to show anything bad about the Tundra. It's my baseline to compare it to the Tacoma. And everything looks pretty good. I will say that the way the Tundra has reacted, and this is a stock Tundra, no lift, nothing unusual. There's a little bit of a stop for you. And then some reverse, just to show you a little bit, and I didn't floor it or anything, but how it reacts going into reverse. And then we're going to go ahead and pull it back up into the garage and talk about the results here in just a second. So we'll get her pulled in, and then we're going to talk about what I saw on the camera while I was filming all of this.
Okay, there you go. We're back. I can't wait to watch the video back myself. I haven't, but I have seen it on the camera, rather, inside the truck, I guess, on the phone, because I can see what I'm filming from the GoPro. So I did see some movement. I tell you, after doing this, I'm not as concerned. It does seem that a normal stock setup does move around quite a bit as well. It's still shocking to me as to how much they move around. I had no idea there was that kind of play under there. I mean, it's no wonder that you get a lot of squeaks and noises on older trucks, because as the grease and connection points and all that good stuff starts to wear, it's no wonder that you get all kinds of creaks and noises and thumps and all kinds of stuff underneath the truck. But anyway, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. How did that compare to the Tacoma video I did? It's got to be normal, right? I mean, this is a brand new truck, 2019 Tundra, no modifications done on anything that would affect suspension or ride or any of that kind of stuff. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.